On today's breaking news, they crack Marlow's footage and find a deep secret. Unless you've been living under the rock, you've probably heard about these Marlow dramas that has been trending for a while. And surrounding those videos uncovers some things about Marlow, whether it's true or not. So in this video, I'm gonna be covering mainly about my opinion and analysis on Marlow. So who is this Minecraft player that becomes spotlight on the PvP community? Marlow is a well-known PvPer that uploads montage and combat tutorials on her channel, gaining almost 400,000 subs. She started getting recognized by her insane crystal PvP skills and advanced guide of different types of Minecraft combat. Marlow also made one of the biggest Minecraft PvP tier lists called MC tiers that people can test their skill on. Well, Marlow is considered to be an undisputed queen of PvP, reaching tier 1 in all of the game modes and titled as Combat Grandmaster, where you have to get 400 plus points to achieve. That seems too good to be true, as the gap between Marlow and the current number 2 player is way too far. So was it all her talent, or was it all a great manipulation? This what led some people to do a further digging into some of Marlow's clips. Usually, when one people made a video about drama, for example YouTuber's exposal, other follows by making a similar exposal video, even if the things are mentioned in the video is not 100% true. This is called bandwagon effect, a psychological phenomenon commonly happen in our society where people tend to follow others that seem right. This is exactly what happened during the rising Marlow cheating scandals, with hundreds of videos made discussing about Marlow. Keep in mind that I'm not skillful enough to fully debunk those clips, but I'll try to discuss it one by one. Let's watch the 3 famous clips of evidence that Marlow is quote-unquote cheating. The first one being the netpot clip, where Swight is fighting against Marlow and she flicks her head, hits twice instantly, and potting to the ground. This led to some people's suspicion of Marlow activating a trigger bot, a cheat that automatically aims and hits towards the player. I think this is pretty suspicious, but it's not a solid evidence to conclude that Marlow is cheating, because there is just a possibility that she just panicked and acted in that manner. The second clip is being this infamous clip from Pickears vs Marlow Diamond Pot. Marlow seems to land a hit on Pickears even though she is eating, followed by a weird flick attack. Again, very suspicious. But nevertheless, this isn't that clear of an evidence, considering sometimes Minecraft has a visual bug leading to the eating animation. However, the third clip speaks differently. The flow types vs Marlow videos on the SMP kit. Marlow just flies 3 blocks at the same time as she crouches. I think this one is likely a client or cheats that she accidentally activated by using a shortcut on the keyboard. Also, this behavior was not the cause of server packet loss, since flow type has a low ping and Marlow's movement is too smooth and clear that she was flying around 3 blocks. Oh yeah, for those of you who thinks about knockback displacement, which is a technique to knock players in any direction, it doesn't work in flow type scenario. Because to perform knockback displacement, flow type has to flick his head and then turn back to Marlow in order to knock her to the side, if you watch Marlow explanation.
For whatever reason though, when it comes to particularly knockback attacks, Minecraft overrides the knockback dealt to be based on the attacker's look direction instead of their relative position.
Meanwhile, flow type is just doing 180 on Marlow. So it cannot be a server bug or anything that I could think of. After that, the actual good players like Swight, Coldy, and Eximity, who was a close friend with Marlow, spoke up about their experience with Marlow and how they managed to find proof to expose Marlow. One of the example is how Marlo has been very manipulative towards Ximity and also bringing up an undeniable evidence that Marlo is cheating for her own goods. This clip shows that Marlo triggers a PvP hack which resulted her to unequip both pieces of armor at the same time, which shouldn't be possible in vanilla Minecraft. Even if you flick your mouse, there is obviously still a delay between the first and the next piece. But this next evidence will shock you, as someone made this Marlo macro detection document consisting the inhuman delay when Marlo performs a hard PvP technique, counted by frames in 60 FPS. And no, you cannot click between frames in Minecraft. For example, they counted every time Marlo plays and like a respawn anchor. The result? Well, she managed to light an anchor in the span of 6 or 7 frames consistently. But even worse than that, Marlo's attribute swap mace timing, which is swapping your hotbar from sword to mace and back to sword, hitting the player, took as fast as 3 frames, and she did this consistently. I mean, impossibly consistent. On her video titled Tier 1 Mace Montage, she did a total of 76 attribute swaps, with 74 of them being 3-frame swap and only 2 of them being 2-frame swap. Alright, let's do a quick math here. Assume that Marlo is far beyond the best player with the 3-frame attribute mace swap consistency of 75%, which I emphasize is already inhuman. That means the probability of Marlo hitting swap that consistent is as low as this, around 1.02 times 10 to the power of -7, or about 1 in 10 million chance, rarer than getting heads 23 times in a row on a coin flip. And yes, I am aware that Minecraft can run above 60 FPS, but still, this kind of consistency is impossible to achieve. And I think with this solid evidence, Marlo is definitely hiding something or modifying and using cheat packs. The last thing that I want to talk about is Marlo rejecting Fact-Sage duels for $350 in Minecraft, despite already beating him 20-14 on MC PvP.
Change her mod pack, and it took her 3 hours just to do that. As an expert on mod packs, I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever, and taking 3 hours just to change her mods is absolutely insane. However, eventually she got on Minecraft. After getting on, it took her around an hour to accept the duel, and after she was in the duel, she obviously knew Vexay thought she was cheating, so she decided to fake T-bot for 30 minutes and failed to do it. I don't know why she would ever do this, but whatever.
But we cannot really rely on that because we don't know the context behind the clips, where she stalled around 6 hours. Maybe she is just in the mood to rage bait people. Even with all of that evidence, Marlo insisted that she wasn't cheating and banned every people who accused her of cheating. On January 23rd, 2026, Marlo uploaded a video titled "Hacking is Bad" with a full 2-hour-long video of her disproving the cheating allegations. And I don't know about you guys, but this video doesn't really prove anything. Let me explain. First of all, the hand cam footage. This camera angle looks a bit funny if you ask me. Like we cannot even see what was under the desk. Okay. I know that at the beginning, Marlo said that her keyboard is on the keyboard tray. But it's just weird, like who used that kind of setup nowadays? Literally, the last time I saw the setup is when I was at junior high school computer lab. And why not use keystrokes instead to show your keyboard's inputs? Not only that, Marlo's performance is way worse than her gameplay on usual tier tests. Swight, one of the best X player, also stated that she can't hit the shield break as consistently as on the tier test fight against him. Marlo also hired a forensic team to deep check her PC if she has hacks installed or not, which is also a weak proof. Like, imagine this. You wake up and people accuse you of cheating. Oh no, I've been caught cheating. And then you proceed to delete every cheat clients or hide it somewhere outside the multiverse, and you bought a new PC because you rich as heck. Like what, bro? It's like proving that you never ate a burger in your life by eating pizza for a full day. People's reaction towards Marlo's response is two-sided. One side is defending her, and one side argue that this doesn't prove anything, which I absolutely agree with. Good luck to Marlo making a response, as evidence has piled up against you. And I find it ironic that the title of the video contradicts what she has done to the community. Like, for example, she defended Rapture and denied any evidence of Rapture hacking at first. And also around 2023, she got questioned by some players why her crystalling is so much faster compared to others. This pressure leads to Marlo publishing her behavior pack called Crystal Optimizer, which reduced the delay of crystals. And guess what? She changed the tier list rules and labeled it as legit. With all of that being said, I want to sum up all of the stuff that I've talked about. With many evidence and experience from good players, it is safe to say that Marlo has some cheats enabled or modified the game for her personal use. Even though there are some clear allegations, I don't think we are gonna find what form of mod she is using, and never will. Marlo, as a tier list owner, obviously has the power and can hide anything without us noticing. Other than that, there are always many people on her side because Marlo is good at her manipulation tactics. I don't think she will return to PvP soon, and her actual response video might take a while. You reached the end of this video and it's time for you to press the red button. Peace.